The assignments view can be used to connect instructors with the courses that you've decided to offer. Now, the assignments view can be used at any time, regardless of whether you perform a teaching call. If you do perform a teaching call, you get a little extra information, such as who is interested in a particular course. But if you don't perform a teaching call, you can assign instructors nevertheless. And if you do perform a teaching call, you can assign instructors to courses that they have not indicated preferences for. So let's get started on this. The assignments view is a table, as you can see here. You can access it by clicking on assignments in the navigation bar just under a teaching call. And again, even if you didn't perform a teaching call, it'll still be there. This table actually has two pivots. They're called the by course pivot and the by instructor pivot. If you click by instructor, you'll see the rows of the table change to represent your instructors, whereas in by course, the rows of the table represent the courses. And in the columns here, we see the various terms. If you're familiar with the courses table, we have the same set of icons here. Download as Excel, print, filter by tag, that sort of thing. Conveniently though, we have the toggle terms, and so just to make this a little easier to see, I'm going to just toggle everything off except fall, winter, and spring. So what we see here are the number of seats that that we set for that particular quarter. And we have this assign area here. So if we click, a drop-down appears. And you'll see this drop-down is actually bifurcated into a list of instructors that are interested, which is to say someone responded to a teaching call and indicated their preference, in this case for ECS 10, in the fall quarter. And then there's the other list, which are simply the other instructors who have either not finished their teaching call, weren't in a teaching call, or didn't indicate this as a preference. But if you want to go ahead and select an individual, just click, and after a moment their name will appear here. You can of course select other individuals as well. And if you wish to remove an individual, you can just click the X here, and it's going to ask you to confirm, and that is indeed what we want to do. As you can see, in winter quarter for ECS 10, this list is not bifurcated, so it doesn't say interested in other. Because no one was interested in it. So it's just our normal list. I'll go ahead and assign individuals. And for courses where we didn't make any sections and didn't set any seats, you'll see it says not offered. And we can just go through our course list and make assignments that way. It's very convenient to go into the by instructor view and see a few additional pieces of information. If they left us any notes or comments, we can actually click this little pencil icon next to their name and see their comments. And if they indicated any unavailabilities, we can click this little calendar icon next to their name and see their unavailabilities. Now, this information is far more useful when displayed in the calendar view that appears in a later video when you're actually planning when discussions and lectures should take place. So we'll save this for later. You can also see here underneath their name whether they've actually submitted preferences. So in this case, Christopher has submitted preferences, while Obata and Lloyd have not. And if you like to perhaps go through and make your assignments one instructor at a time and kind of completely finish with one instructor, there's this checkbox here where you can check to indicate that you're completely done with that instructor, and then in the filter drop down here you can click hide completed. So that's just sort of a way to help you stay clean while going through this complex data set.